Esri ESDP_2025 exam practice questions with explanations are available in the video for you to study. An IT consultant is tasked with determining the maximum number of simultaneous service requests a multi-node ArcGIS server environment can handle. Which specific Esri resource is designed to calculate these performance estimations? A. ArcGIS Server Manager Dashboard. B. Capacity Planning Tool, CPT. C. Enterprise Portal Administrator Directory. D. ArcGIS Monitor Metrics Agent. The answer is B. The Capacity Planning Tool, CPT, is a specialized framework developed by Esri to help architects model system performance based on specific hardware configurations and expected software loads. It allows designers to input variables such as service complexity, user concurrency, and network latency to project how much throughput a given environment can support before degrading. By using this tool, consultants can avoid under-provisioning hardware, ensuring that the multi-machine site maintains stable response times during peak usage. The CPT effectively bridges the gap between abstract design goals and concrete hardware requirements by providing a data-driven approach to infrastructure sizing. It is considered the gold standard for validating that a proposed architecture will meet the organization's service level agreements, SLAs. When an organization requires several independent departments to securely exchange and synchronize GIS content across separate ArcGIS Enterprise deployments, which capability should be implemented? A. Web tier authentication. B. Distributed collaboration. C. Cross-site manual export. D. Shared network directories. The answer is B. Distributed collaboration is a core feature of ArcGIS Enterprise that establishes a trusted environment for sharing layers, maps, and apps between different organizations or separate departments. This mechanism allows content to be sent or received automatically, ensuring that participants have access to the most current versions of datasets without manual intervention. It supports various workflows, including sharing from one enterprise portal to another or between an enterprise portal and ArcGIS Online. By utilizing this pattern, administrators can maintain decentralized control over their local data while participating in a larger, unified information ecosystem. This approach significantly reduces the risk of data silos and ensures that organizational stakeholders are making decisions based on synchronized spatial information. In a high-availability ArcGIS Enterprise design, what is the primary benefit of hosting the portal content directory on a centralized, shared network file system? A. It enables automatic load balancing for the web tier. B. It ensures all portal nodes have uniform access to uploaded items and metadata. C. It reduces the need for SSL certificate synchronization. D. It allows the portal to function without a relational data store. The answer is B. In a multi-machine portal for ArcGIS deployment, high availability is achieved by having two portal nodes working in tandem. For this setup to function correctly, both nodes must be able to read and write to the same set of files, including thumbnails, uploaded data, and configuration settings. Placing the content directory on a shared network path, using SMB or NFS, ensures that regardless of which node a user is connected to, the experience remains consistent and data integrity is preserved. Without a shared file system, the two nodes would become out of sync immediately, leading to missing content and system instability if a failover occurs. This architectural requirement is fundamental for achieving a resilient system that can withstand the failure of an individual server node. A system architect needs to choose a data store type specifically for managing massive volumes of real-time observational data originating from IoT sensors. Which component is required? A. Tile cache data store. B. Object store. C. Spatiotemporal big data store. D. Relational data store. The answer is C. The spatiotemporal big data store is designed to handle high-velocity data streams that accumulate large volumes of information over time, such as GPS tracks or environmental sensor readings. Unlike the standard relational data store, which is optimized for traditional feature editing, the spatiotemporal store utilizes a distributed architecture to provide high-speed writes and efficient spatial queries on billions of records. This component is essential when working with ArcGIS GeoEvent Server or performing large-scale analytics with GeoAnalytics Server. It allows the system to visualize live data and perform historical pattern analysis without overwhelming the primary hosting database. Implementing this store is a critical design decision for organizations moving toward real-time spatial awareness and big data integration. To minimize single points of failure and ensure service continuity during infrastructure maintenance, which strategy is most effective for an ArcGIS server deployment? A. Vertical scaling of a single primary server. B. Implementing a multi-machine site behind a load balancer. C. Disabling the ArcGIS monitor agent during updates. D. Using only local disk storage for configuration files. The answer is B. A multi-machine ArcGIS server site allows multiple server nodes to participate in the same site, sharing the same configuration store and server directories. When placed behind a load balancer, incoming traffic is distributed across these nodes, which provides redundancy if one server becomes unavailable due to hardware failure or planned patching. This configuration supports horizontal scaling, where more capacity can be added simply by joining additional machines to the site cluster. By avoiding a single-node architecture, organizations can achieve much higher availability and ensure that users can continue to access map services even during back-end maintenance windows. This design pattern is a cornerstone of modern enterprise GIS deployments that demand 24/7 operational uptime. An organization wants to integrate its ArcGIS Enterprise portal with its existing corporate identity system using SAML 2.0. What is the main advantage of this authentication pattern? A. It eliminates the need for any internal SSL certificates. B. It allows users to sign in using their existing organizational credentials, SSO. C. It automatically creates administrative backups of the portal. D. It reduces the CPU load on the ArcGIS server machines. The answer is B. SAML, Security Assertion Markup Language 2.0 integration allows ArcGIS Enterprise to participate in a single sign-on SSO environment by delegating authentication to an external identity provider, IDP. This means users do not have to manage a separate set of credentials for the GIS portal, which improves security and enhances the user experience. Once the user is authenticated by the corporate IDP, the portal receives a secure assertion and grants access based on the user's defined roles and groups. This approach also centralizes user management, as revoking a user's corporate account automatically prevents them from accessing the GIS environment. For large organizations, this is the preferred method for managing access at scale while adhering to strict IT security policies. Which network location is most appropriate for the ArcGIS web adapter when exposing enterprise services to the public Internet? A. Internal data tier. B. Application tier. C. Perimeter network, DMZ. D. Local database tier. The answer is C. The ArcGIS Web Adapter is a software component that integrates with an existing web server, like IIS or Apache, to route requests to the ArcGIS Enterprise components. Placing the web adapter in the DMZ, demilitarized zone, acts as a security buffer between the public Internet and the internal network where the portal and server nodes reside. This configuration allows the organization to hide internal machine names and ports from external users while still providing a standard URL for service access. It also enables the use of corporate firewalls to strictly control the traffic that is permitted to flow from the web tier to the application tier. Following this tiered architecture is a fundamental best practice for protecting sensitive GIS infrastructure from external threats. During a system upgrade, an administrator needs to check the health and status of the ArcGIS data store using a command line utility. Which command should be used? A. --serveradmin.bat, check B. --configure datastore.bat, status C. --portal backup.bat, verify D. --webgisdr.bat, health The answer is B. The --configure datastore utility is a specialized command line tool located within the ArcGIS data store installation directory used for administrative tasks. By running this tool with the --status parameter, an administrator can quickly verify if the relational, tile cache, or spatiotemporal stores are started and correctly joined to the site. This is particularly useful during troubleshooting or upgrades to ensure that the backend database is ready to accept connections before proceeding with further configuration. It provides a more granular view of the component's internal state than what might be visible through the high-level portal or server interfaces. Regularly checking this status helps maintain the overall health of the hosting server environment. To recover a complete ArcGIS Enterprise deployment, including portal, server, and data store, after a catastrophic failure, which Esri tool is recommended for backup and restoration? A. ArcGIS Server Manager Export. B. Portal Content Directory Snapshot. C. WebGISDR Utility. D. ArcGIS Monitor Reporting Tool. The answer is C. The WebGISDR, Disaster Recovery, utility is the official tool provided by Esri to create a synchronized backup of the entire ArcGIS Enterprise deployment. Unlike manual file copies, this utility ensures that the relationships between portal items, server services, and data store records are maintained consistently within the backup file. It can be scheduled to run as a background task to create regular recovery points, which are essential for meeting an organization's recovery time objective, RTO. In the event of a failure, the same utility can be used to restore the entire environment to a standby site or new hardware. Relying on this specialized tool is the only supported way to ensure a full, cohesive system recovery. When designing a solution that requires heavy raster processing and large-scale image analysis, which ArcGIS server role must be included in the architecture? A. Geoanalytics server. B. Notebook server. C. Image server. D. GeoEvent server. The answer is C. ArcGIS Image Server is a specialized server role that provides the necessary infrastructure to serve, process, and analyze massive collections of imagery and raster data. It enables, on-the-fly, processing, which applies transformations and analysis functions as the user requests the data, rather than pre-calculating every possible result. This role is also required for raster analytics, which allows the distribution of large image processing tasks across a cluster of machines to significantly reduce processing time. Without Image Server, an ArcGIS Enterprise deployment would be limited to standard map services, which are not optimized for the high-performance demands of pixel-level analysis. Including this role ensures that the architecture can support advanced remote sensing and imagery management workflows.